with a silicone sponge. This is super fast. It blends out my concealer the quickest. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I get ready for work. Basically, this is my super quick 10-minute makeup routine, tutorial, whatever you guys want to call it, for how you can look put together fast. So obviously it's not going to be glamorous, but it's just going to make you look put together like you actually did your makeup without actually doing a full face. So if you guys would like to see that, make sure to stay tuned. But if you're new here, welcome. My name's Sarah. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that notifications button if you are a fan of this video so you can keep up with the rest of my videos. I do post here every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday, and sometimes I have extras, which is going to be quite a possibility for the rest of this month because we are jetting off to Belize very soon. Sorry to those of you who are probably sick and tired of hearing it, but I promise there will be vlogs, there will be a lookbook, there's going to be a haul right before I leave. I have so much planned, so if you'd like to stay up to date on those videos, make sure that you are subscribed, your notifications are turned on, and of course, make sure you are following me on social media, on Instagram and on Twitter. I do announce upcoming videos and when videos go live on both of those platforms. So to really stay up to date with me, make sure you're following me on there. And let's go ahead and jump into it. So I am actually truly getting ready for work. Today is my half work from home day, so I have a little bit more time than usual. So it was kind of good timing to be able to film this today. But like I said, actually getting ready for work. So we are going to do this quickly. I was debating doing a voiceover, but then I realized like, meh, it's fine because then like that's just more work. But I am getting notifications from work like crazy right now, but I just got to get ready so I can get into the office because I actually have a couple of errands to run before we get in, so let's go ahead and get started. And keep in mind, this is probably going to end up taking longer than 10 minutes because I am talking through it, but once you string this all together and just run through everything, it really does only take 7 to 10 minutes to do this face. So it is very, very fast. It's great for work, obviously. It's great for school. Or, you know, if you're just like out and about on the weekends, you don't want to do like a full face of makeup, but you also want to still do your face up a little bit, this is definitely great for that. So the very first thing that we're going to do is prime our face. I always go in with the Milk Blur Stick just because this makes my skin on its own look so good, and I'm not going to wear a ton of foundation or concealer or anything like that. So I want my skin to look as good as possible because I'm not relying on those kinds of products in this look. I am going to be wearing those, but I'm not going to be wearing a ton, which you'll see. So I am just going to go in and hit obviously my T-zone. Then I'm going to hit my cheeks just because for me that is where I do get some pores. And what I like about this is that it's super fast. You just rub the stick on wherever you need to and you're good to go. Ugh, I look like death right now. I didn't take my makeup off properly last night. So because of that, I did prep with the Summer Fridays jet lag mask, and oh my god, work is like going crazy on me. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go in with foundation. Now, lately I have been using the Makeup Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation just because I actually have really come to like this doe foot applicator. I can just like put on foundation where I need to. But since I've gone to Vegas, I am a bit too tan for it. So I'm gonna go back to the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation. This one is so quick. So I am only gonna hit kind of like the points that need a little bit of coverage. I don't need to do my whole face, just areas where I feel like I could use foundation. For me, that's obviously where my pores are, and then just a little bit on the T-zone where I do get acne scarring. So I'm going to take a brush. I am using the Morphe M6, and I am just going to buff that out. And I do use a brush for my daily makeup because it's faster than a sponge. That way I don't have to remember to go and wet a sponge. This is just much quicker. And it blends it out super fast. And just for reference, the Fast Base Stick Foundation color that I use is F11. So I need to go back and get the Conceal and Define foundation in F11. Or actually maybe even F12 as summer keeps going. Okay, so super quick, done. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. You guys have heard me talk about this and I think it was my most recent favorite video. I am loving this because it just looks like skin. So I'm going to use that on my under eyes, just a light layer, just a little bit on my nose, and then the tiniest bit on my chin and forehead, just to even out the lightness. And then I'm actually gonna go in with a silicone sponge. This is super fast. It blends out my concealer the quickest. The only reason why I don't use this when I'm doing a full face of makeup is because it can leave me a little bit streaky. It's not as great of a finish as a sponge is, so I do prefer a sponge. But on the daily, when I'm trying to be super fast, the silicone sponge works so great. So, I mean, they came out with the Silly Sponge. This is not the actual Silly Sponge. This is like the Silly Sponge. I think I got this one at Walmart, and it was, I doubt it was more than $3. It might have even just been like $1 or $2. But it was so cheap, and it's so quick. So I take the concealer, pat it out, and then I move it over my eyes to kind of be my eyeshadow primer. Blend this out. And sorry if my eyes look a little bit red. They have been irritated since last night. I think I got pet dander in them. I'm actually allergic to my pets, but I love them. Next, you're going to want to set your powder. Again, I'm going to be using a brush instead of a sponge. I'm using the E53, and I'm just taking my regular RCMA powder. And I'm just going to set that really quick over the eye and underneath. And then I do still go in and just set my face with my face powder. Again, I use the Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder. And my color for reference is Sable 21. And I think I forgot to mention, for the Too Faced concealer, I use Natural Beige. Next, I'm going to go in with bronzer. I have been obsessed with using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer daily, actually. I bought this just like for summer for pool days, but I actually really love this. And I'm using Hotel Heiress. So taking, I believe this is a Japanesque brush. I know it looks like a NARS brush, but this one's old and it's falling apart. But we're going to work with it. I love this just because it's such a quick bronzer application. I don't need to be correct. I do want to keep this a little bit high since I'm kind of like bronzing. A little bit on the forehead to even it out, and just a touch under the chin, and done. Super, super fast. And then I'm going to take that same bronzer using the M330 brush. I'm going to take a little bit, tap it out, and I'm going to go ahead and pop that into my crease here for a little bit of depth in my eye. Next, taking a packing brush. This one is the Morphe E18. I'm gonna dip into my Petite Pro Viseart palette, but honestly, any dark brown or dark gray shadow will do for this step, and I'm gonna take this darkest color. Sorry, they don't have names on it. And I am just gonna run this kind of on the outer V and along my lash line, and this kind of acts as a shadow instead of having to do eyeliner. I just use my fingers to blend it out. Again, this is just a really, really fast makeup look. And you can already see compared to this eye, it's creating more definition. This eye is looking a lot more put together than the other one. So go ahead and do it to the other side. It doesn't have to be perfect. You want it to be a little bit smoky and blended out. And then I'm just gonna run that same color along my bottom lash line just lightly to balance out my upper lid. Perfect, done with your shadow. Next, eyeliner. I'm using my Stila Waterproof Smudge Stick eyeliner, and I'm just gonna go ahead and tightline my eyes. So I need to do that step specifically because I don't have lashes, but if you do have good lashes, you may not need to do that. I just have a lot of holes in my lash line because my lashes are so sparse, so I do need to fill them in. All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes, and since I'm not wearing falsies, I really want to make sure to take my time when I grab my lashes in the lash curler so that I'm getting all of it. Like, I hate when I leave out the very, very ends of them just because this is all I can rely on right now. And then I just want to double check it and go one more time, make sure that I grabbed everything this time. And going in with my Too Faced waterproof mascara, I'm just gonna go ahead and coat my top lashes. And the other side. And going in with a second coat on each side. Okay, now for the bottom lashes, I'm using the Telescopic Waterproof Mascara. You guys know how much I love this and how happy I am to be reunited with it. And I do want to be careful with this because it can create like one black line if I press too hard. So I really just want to concentrate on just getting my lashes as I do this step. I'm sure I'm making like the ugliest face right now, but you know, this is what you gotta do. That is actually the cleanest I've ever done it. I could feel the pressure of the camera. Next, I'm going in with the Milani Baked Blush. This one is in Luminoso. Taking a blush brush, this is my favorite one. This is the Morphe E4, such a classic. And I'm just gonna pop some on the apples of my cheeks, on my nose, a little bit on my temples, and whatever is left over, I just kind of lightly dust it on my chin. Next, I just kind of grab any highlighter that's closest to me. Today it was the Becca Champagne Pop. Going in with a tapered highlighting brush. This one is the Morphe M501. I take a little bit, I'm just gonna go ahead and dust that on the apples of my cheeks, kind of bring it up in a C. Take it over by my brow bone, and then whatever's left over, pop it on the ball of my nose and down the bridge. Kind of gives it a little bit of a quick nose contour without actually contouring. You're just highlighting to bring out that bridge a little bit more. And then I'm gonna take just like a really small eyeshadow brush. This one is from Coastal Scents, I believe, yeah. And this is the BRBS01. I love this. This is my favorite brush for inner corner highlight. So you're just gonna wanna dust a little bit of the highlight in there. And give it a little bit more just right under your arch. And then I'm going to take the e.l.f. Wow Brow. I think it's brunette, natural brown. And I'm just going to quickly run this through my lashes. I love how small this brush is because I feel like you can still kind of draw a shape with it really, really quick. And then I love the fibers in it, and this gel actually kind of like helps to keep my shape in place, which is so nice. And this is so fast. Takes maybe 30 seconds, if that. Done. Okay, then I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible. This is the Makeup Extender Setting Spray. I love this spray. To set my makeup so that it lasts throughout the workday. And then while that's drying, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit. This is the High Shine lipstick. And this one does need to be reapplied throughout the day, but for summer I've been loving this. The color that I'm wearing is Cedar Later. I love that color because it's easy to put on. It's not a crazy color where I have to be super precise, but it still makes me look really, really put together for the day. And it's such a pigmented color. It's a gloss and a color in one, so it looks like you did a lot more work than you actually did. All right, so I just popped in some earrings, which is a really easy way to look put together. Put on, maybe you just layer 2 necklaces or put on a pair of nice earrings. These are hoops. My office is very casual and these aren't too big, so they're totally fine for the office, but that's a quick way to look put together with your outfit. Always just, you know, add 1 to 2 pieces of jewelry and it looks like you really did try. I wear a daily watch, so that always helps to make me look really put together as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that it's helpful if you've been trying to nail down your really, really quick weekday makeup look. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed, you have notifications turned on, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.